do and everything. So yeah, it's a little notebook. So, anyways, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another around 30 minutes. I hope this one does good because I don't know. I seem like I'm lagging a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know if this is going to go. There you go. Okay. Um, this is around 30 minutes. This is where I get to, grab people out of the fandom and everything and start get to know them a little better. Just a little positive things. We always get negativity in this, environment we live in. So I thought I'd try to be bring some positive stuff in there. Today I have a very special guest. I've been friends with this guy for quite a few years. It's been what 5 years, probably at least.
Probably, yeah.
At least I have Tyler, Mr. Snowflake. I don't think anybody else calls him Snowflake. I just call him Snowflake because he's so white and so bright and so pretty. Tyler L, man, how are you doing? And thank you so much for coming on my little show, man.
I don't know how I'm supposed to follow up that intro. I don't know if I've ever been referred to as pretty before. I
You're
guess
so
I'll
pretty.
take it.
You're a pretty man. You're a
Yeah,
pretty
okay.
man.
I'm a pretty man. All right. Is that kind of like a handsome woman?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Handsome woman, nice, very nice. So, how are you doing, man? Are you living good? How you living life, man?
I'm good, man. I'm living the life. That's all I got to say. It's been
Very nice.
I've had a lot of changes over the last, I'd say, 9-10 months, and they all seem to be coming up well.
Very, yeah, because you moved. You moved to to another place. Moved away from NJ in New Jersey, and now you're moving. To, I don't want to put your business out there, but you're living in a new state and everything. You got a new job and everything. So I guess that's all the change you're talking about, correct?
Yeah, and I mean, so my previous job, I worked there for 22 years almost. So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, it was a
Wow. Really?
yes, I pretty much grew up there.
Dang it. That's a
So it was a lot of conversation about, do I leave? What's the benefit of leaving? What are
yeah.
the cons of leaving? And, just a rat race living in Jersey, working in New York City. It was a grind, and it was taking its wear and
Yeah.
tear on me and the family. And now we've moved up into the beautiful New England area.
Mm-hmm.
Life has slowed down a lot more. I feel like I can be more than a weekend dad. So
Yeah. Dude, 22
yeah, it's
years,
coming
man.
up
That's
well.
like somebody. That's like retirement. That's getting up to retirement age, stuff, man.
Yeah, I didn't get a golden watch out the door. They were actually pretty upset that I was leaving, but
I would be too. I mean, I'm sure they invested a lot of, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm just saying, putting that out there. But no, you got a better job. You get a better job. I'm sure it's more or less,
yeah.
probably more less stressful. I would say probably.
It's a different kind of stress.
Oh, okay.
I'm not having people threaten to kill me when they don't get their Yeezys that they wanted, and somebody
That,
threatening to kill my family and spit on my grave and catch me in the city slipping, and
wow,
yeah,
that's sad,
it's just a
man.
different kind.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that is really, I'm sure, helps you and the family out and everything, all that good stuff. So that's good and everything. So I'm glad that you're living a better life and everything. And that's sad that, somebody wants to threaten your life over a pair of shoes. Like, get out of here, man. Get out of that mess.
Hey man, it's part of that scalp life.
That is true. That's true. Oh, Mr. Energon Addict, he graced my my show. Thank God. Oh, I guess I had to have you, from ETR, from to get Mr. David in. But I do have my detox. I moved them. I moved them right here. I hope you can see them. They're right here.
Nice.
They were. I was talking. I was doing one, a live thing, and everything, and there, there's a window right here, so the light was coming in. So a guy, said, "Hey, man, you might want to move that. It might start yellowing and stuff." And I think, "Yeah, you're right." So I moved over some stuff, and I moved all the over here, so they won't get, sunlight on there. So thank you for noticing, Mr. Energon. I appreciate that. So the first question I always ask when I have a wonderful guest on is, "What do you collect?"
Ooh, right. Well, you can see probably most of them behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Collect a lot of Star Wars hot toys, Star Wars specifically, and I still haven't been able to shake that nasty shoe habit.
Oh, I thought you stopped. I thought at one point you stopped at it.
Well, it became much more difficult to get the ultra exclusive rare stuff. I couldn't just say, "Hey, make sure my size 11's on my desk on Monday."
Now you can't. Yeah,
So
usually when you can now, it's kind of rude.
not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's yeah, I can't remember who it was, but somebody said, yeah, now you understand how the rest of us feel in the shoe game.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like Yeah, it's become a lot harder. I mean, there was actually one that dropped today from it was a Jordan 4 from like 1989, the one that he
Mm-hmm.
famously wore when he beat the Cavs in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, when he jumped.
That
Okay.
run and that
Yeah.
jump. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep. It was that shoe actually came out today.
I know
So
my basketball. I'm a big. I used to be a big basketball fan. All the people I like have all retired now, but I'm still a big basketball fan. So more
come on, you're not
football.
a LeBron James fan? He's like the first basketball player to have his own transformer.
No. Well,
Okay, I
I,
tried.
I'm Jordan. I'm not a big Jordan fan. Shaq was my. I've always been a big Shaq fan, ever since he was at LSU and everything. So, and all the people, like I said, all the people I've liked are all retired now. So I can't even keep up who's even playing basketball now. But I do love football, so that's good. Now, as far what did you collect and everything? So is it just specifically Hot Toys, or are you doing any other Star Wars stuff like SH Big War, any of that stuff?
No, I haven't got into the 1/12 scale. Everything I've been staying is about 1/6. I've looked at some of the sideshow stuff. I just haven't made that plunge yet.
Okay, so you're doing dolls mainly, just dolls.
Sure,
You can say it's okay.
sure.
It's okay. We're all family here.
No, well, no, I get it. Like, there's just been a lot of, I don't know. I don't want to say come to Jesus conversations, but there's sometimes like you have to self-reflect. Like this morning, I was scrolling through some of the 1/6 groups, and there was a large thread about how to brush Chewbacca's hair properly.
Stop it.
I promise you, and it was one of the
wasn't.
yes, there was, and it was one of those gut check moments, and I'm like,
Was
okay,
Bubby in that conversation? Please tell me
Bubby was not in there. No,
He should be, because he needs to learn how to brush that hair.
these guys were talking about do you use a toothbrush?
That is hardcore, man.
Do you use a doll comb? What kind of product to use in Chewy's hair to get it to
Stop
hold?
it. See,
I promise you.
I would have logged out right then and be like, all right, I'm done. He just said, what kind of product do you use? Get that.
Well, there's some people that are doing like the windswept look. You know what I mean? So
you get the feather. Can you get the feather like the 80s hair, the big hair? Can you do that too? It's like, come on now. Now let me go back to shoes. I'm talking. I know you're talking about shoes and everything. Mr. Pinkerton, he's a big. Is he a big collector of shoes that like you are? Or is he just because I know y'all got a shoe group together, on the rim and everything. So who's a bigger shoe collector, you or him?
I have more pairs, definitely.
Okay.
But his foot's bigger. How's that?
That is true. He's a big man. He is a big. I come up to his belly button, and it's not even. It's not. They make jokes about with a little Matt Asian
Hawkins.
kid Matt. Yeah, Matt Hawkins. That he's small, but I'm also that. I'm the same height as Matt. So I come up to his belly button, and it just looks weird. It's funny. I love that man like a step cousin, man. Awesome. So let's talk about what you collect and everything. So. And another thing about why do you collect? Have you always collected something like as a kid, as a teenager to your adult life? How long have you been collecting, in a whole, altogether?
I wouldn't call it proper collecting, but I think there's kind of been like nuggets of it. Like when, you'd collect the Transformers or G.I. Joe or even like Ninja Turtles, He-Man, like any of the stuff. Like I used to keep the card backs. And then we would like X out the ones on the back that we had. We kind of like left that around so like in case mom wanted to get us something or birthdays are coming up, just kind of let them know what we still wanted. But I would say like proper collecting would probably be like basketball and baseball cards, football cards. So my grandma got me into those, so that was something. It was just one of those random things. I think she was at Sam's Club or something. They had boxes of cards, and she was like, "Would that be something you'd be interested in?" And then kind of flourished from there. So we took them all apart. You open up all the packs, sort them all out, and it just kind of became a thing between her, myself, and then one of my cousins, and then it just kind of grew. And I think kind of at that time, like everybody was kind of it was a big deal.
Yeah. 90s,
so I mean,
late 80s, 90s, yeah.
Yeah, so kids bring them to school. We trade cards, meet up after school. So I mean that kind of started it, and then that kind of led in. Like I got my first pair of Jordans in like '93.
Okay.
And then it was like all downhill from there. So yeah, it was all about the sneaker game. So
nice.
It's just cool. What I don't know, man. It was just skip the lunch, pocket the extra money, had to cut lawns, deliver papers, whatever you could do. And I mean, and it's not like it was now, man. Like they're especially that year, 93, they only dropped 3 of them. So like if you missed one, you were done.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I did not know that. I'm not a big shoe. I never was a big shoe collector. I don't care about shoes that much.
Yeah, so there was only 3 that year, and that was the same year. Like that was the last ring, and then and then at that point, well, I should say the last of the first 3, right? So the first 3-peat, and then Nike didn't know what they were going to do because they didn't know if they could keep. Well, they didn't know if they could keep selling shoes without them playing, right? So, so they kind of slowed the pace a little bit, and then that kind of obviously it progressed and it came back. But like back then, it wasn't like it is now, where it's like an entire brand, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you might get 1 or 2 T-shirts and like a shoe, and it's not like now where it's like you walk in and Jordan's got this whole damn section in his store with like 30 different styles of shoes.
Yeah,
so
that's what LeBron does now and everything. You know, I remember, God, I remember the only shoes I really liked back then. I got the Shaq shoes, the zebra ones.
Well, he had 2 of them. Was it the Hypnosis?
Yeah,
they were in circles.
No, it was like a zebra, the black and white ones. They were. I don't think it was Hypnosis, was it?
That was the name of the shoe, but like, did it have like a circle effect on it?
I couldn't remember. I just remember it was black and white, looked like a zebra print, and he was, he had the tongue, dunking on the tongue, of the shoe and everything.
Yeah, hang on, let me find you a picture.
And then I had the pennies. I had the Penny Hardaways, the blue and white ones, I think. I like Penny. I always a big Penny and a Shaq fan when they played Orlando. It's too bad he got hurt a lot and everything, so his career wasn't. I think like him and Grant Hill.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say yeah, for sure. Was it that one? Can you see it?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Look, I thought it was zebra, but yeah, it's kind of yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird year, man. Like him, Sean Kemp, and Frank Thomas were all Reebok guys, and their shoes were all white and black and had different variations of stripes on them. It was really weird.
Oh, Sean Kemp, man, the Rain Man. Come on now.
That
was a good one, man. That was good. So, and so have you? Like I said, have you always collected? Have you always collected something ever since you was a teenager to your? Did you ever take a break or anything like that?
I don't know if I'd call it a break. I think it just like evolved, right? So it went like shoes were always kind of like the staple, but then sporting cards got put away. CDs kind of came into the mix. High school and college clothes really seemed to matter. So like, used to buy a lot of like Tommy Hilfiger and Ralph Lauren, and like that was a big deal where I grew up. So and I just think it kind of evolved, and then I'd say like college years kind of like slowed down, and then it pretty much came to a stop at that point, aside from shoes.
Yeah.
And then what kind of brought me back into Transformers was that Walmart MP10.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, actually my wife and I had just gotten married, so this was like circa like 2004, right? Because it was the 20-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we were married. We were going through Walmart. I don't know why we went to the toy aisle, but I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like, what is this kind of a thing? Because I had disconnected from all of it, and I saw it, and I think what was it, like $100 in the store or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Like we were like brand new, freshly made. Like I had no business buying that thing for $100. Like I wasn't making much money at the time, but she's like, if it really means that much to you, you can get it. Aww. And so I bought that. Yeah, so I bought that, and then kind of found the alternators and was buying those, and then kind of fell into the trap and figured out what Masterpiece was, and all kind of went downhill from there.
Exactly. I know. I remember I remember walking to Walmart, the MPO1, the big metal, Optimus Prime, and it's in that little nice little sleek or slender little box, whatever, had the Matrix on top. I was like, oh, what is that? I'm like, oh, that was nice. But I was still collecting before that. I started around 2000, so I knew what Transformers were, still. But when I saw that first Masterpiece, which is like, wow, that's awesome. But yeah. So who is your favorite character? I'm not gonna say Transformers in Star Wars. Who is your favorite character, and why is he or she your favorite character?
Ooh, man, I got a couple, man. Like
couple, that's fine.
Like I know I might catch some flack, but it's fine because other people's opinions don't really matter. But
Exactly.
I really like Obi-Wan. Used to be my favorite.
Okay.
It still kind of is, but I've really grown fond of Luke, especially after Episode 8.
Oh, might get some fight words after that, especially after
That's fine.
8.
So,
Jeez.
like I liked Obi-Wan. Like Obi-Wan kind of like he always took the higher road, right? Like he was a guy that was always about the greater good. Like it was never really about him. Although we know how the events kind of played out, but and he did everything right, and he put everybody in front of him. But in the end, like it all came down burning around him, and it kind of turned into this like tragic life. Like, I mean, if you think about it, like he watched his master die in front of him.
Yeah, because he had a background,
Yeah. Well, no, he had his master. He saw Qui-Gon die in front of him.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
yeah.
Yeah, he watched his. He didn't. Yeah, I apologize.
So
I'm so.
So he kind of had to watch his master become obsessed with this boy, who he didn't really feel that strongly about, and he questioned Qui-Gon's judgment on it. And then after Qui-Gon died, he got saddled with the kid. Like he literally wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah, I was like, do you think he really cared? About Anakin, like like he really wanted him, like
at that point, no, I don't think he wanted to teach the kid. And then, he gets saddled with Qui-Gon's baggage, right?
Yeah.
And then then it comes to the point where he feels like he failed Anakin, and he ends up having to kill this kid. Which, I mean, if you figure at that point that there has to be some father-son relationship there, right? So there's kind of there's almost, we can get a little biblical, right? Like it's almost like he's Abraham carrying his kid out. Like he knows he's going to have to kill him at this point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
And he doesn't want to do it, and he feels like he failed him. And then in the end, this person that he's grown to become close with, like his best friend, now he has to kill his best friend. And on top of it, then he gets stuck again with the kid. So now he's watching. So now he's watching. He's watching over his best friend's kid from a distance. That he just killed. Yeah, or he thought he killed him at that point. And then it comes around, and it comes back to him like full circle again. And now he's teaching his best friend's kid how to use the Force, how to become sensitive. And then it's the same thing, but this time he sacrifices himself to save his best friend's kid, and his best friend now killed him. It's almost Shakespearean.
Jeebus, it is, man. I've never even really thought about it like this, but you're breaking it down really good, man.
So, yeah, and then obviously he's kind of led from afar still, but like with Luke, like I kind of like Luke's kind of story arc. Like he is the prodigal son, right? And then he comes to a point where he's face to face with the greater evil, who's also his father, and he can either choose to join his father and become corrupt and seek ultimate power, or he has to stay true to himself and his teachings. So, and it's kind of obviously Luke and Obi-Wan kind of interconnect, but that story almost repeats itself again, where because of Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan's teachings, now he has to stand up to his own father. And then just as the things have played out and with 7 and 8, like I know a lot of people didn't like what Luke did, but like he broke that cycle. Like if you step back and you kind of take a look at it, like there is no right, there is no wrong, because Anakin says it, like where I'm standing, the Jedi are evil, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So he's kind of putting an end to it, and that's like what like Yoda gives him that dose of reality, and he's like, "You think this is about you? It's not about you." He's like, "You think you could single-handedly stop this? You're foolish."
Yeah.
So, and then I mean, obviously Luke did some pretty cool stuff at the end there, and I'm really excited to see what Episode 9 brings. I tell you how excited I am about 9. Like it made me forget about Endgame as soon as that trailer hit.
What?
Yeah,
man, it was over. Dude, I think we're lagging. I think you're lagging or something, man.
Give me Episode 9.
I think you're lagging, man.
You think I'm lagging?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be.
I think it is. Yeah, you're frozen. I can see you, and I'm talking to you everything, but it's the live feed.
Oh, the picture's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, well, as long as you can hear me,
Okay.
I'm not going to get any better looking, right?
No, it's fine. I'm just saying. I hope is it me? I don't know. I think people. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Damn it. It's not me, because if I was lagging out, my stuff would have been already gone. You couldn't hear me or nothing. I would have been gone. But now
that's weird.
Live feed. I think it's a live feed. I think. Damn it. Well, shoot. Hold on. Let me see. Let me refresh this. See if it goes up. Let's see. I don't hear it. Let me hear this. Okay, now people can see me. Okay. I'm just talking to myself now.
All right, we're good to go.
I think it's okay. I think we are. Anyway,
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I can hear you and everything. But the live feed is kind of lagging or something like that. It's not us. I can hear you. We're talking fine. Just like one-on-one and everything. It's the live feed. Let me ask you this. So, and I asked you about your favorite character and everything. You like the Luke and Obi-Wan and everything. So, and you're excited for episode 9. Why are you so excited? Are you excited also, but are you also sad because it's the end of a trilogy, whatever? Are you sad for that, and are you looking forward to new stuff from Star Wars, or do you like just the old stuff? Like you want to? What type of Star Wars fan are you?
If you can make me care about it, I will take all of it.
Okay.
So like I really liked Clone Wars, although it took me a while to get into it. Rebels is okay. I'm excited to see what the Mandalorian show is gonna kind of be about, especially after watching the live panel and knowing that like Favreau's involved, right? And then like the guy behind the Clone Wars, his name escapes me right now, but he's involved. So and it shows there's a lot of care being taken with it. And then I'm interested to see what Rian Johnson can do. Especially after episode 8, and then as soon as Game of Thrones wraps up, they're going to start working on their Star Wars trilogy. So it's an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. And then it is kind of bittersweet because the saga is going to come to an end. But I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, we lost Chewie just a couple of days ago too. That was sad. So.
Yeah, R.I.P. Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, that's a good dude. Good dude. I heard he's really, he loved his fans and everything. I saw a lot of, people getting autographs from him and everything. He was always a upstanding guy. So that's good. So, yeah. So you are part of a couple shows. You are wearing one of them. We haven't heard from Toy Detox in a long time. So what is the status on Toy Detox? What are y'all doing? Are y'all still a band together? Are y'all still doing things? What's the issue with Toy Detox?
We are still together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you could say we took a hiatus. It just got like, don't get me wrong, man. I love Detox. It's definitely a different show than what all the other ones on the platform. We get very social, political kind of things. So I definitely think it still has a place. We're actually going to record tomorrow. Knock on wood. Yeah. So, and then, between, and this kind of went back to like Detox is running strong while I was in Vegas, and then it got tougher and tougher between, I was commuting 4 to 6 hours a day. And then Mickey working full-time, going to school full-time, trying to wrap up his degree. Like life kind of got in the way, I guess is the best way to say it. So, but no, like I feel like we're kind of getting back into more of a routine. Good. So hopefully we will continue to kind of keep these things rolling out. There's some new blood in there besides just me and Mickey, so that they kind of keep us motivated to get shows done and record.
Like, are we going to do it this week? Come on.
Pretty much, yeah. But you know what? There's times we need that. So shout out to Spiros and Af and Garrett. Like they keep getting us to try to do more.
On your toes. So that's good. Brave. I know Brave for a long time. I need to get him on too. I haven't talked to him in a while and everything. I hope he's doing good and everything. Reach out to me, Brave, if you want to get on, man. I'd like to have you on, man. I know he probably won't watch, but anyways, you can talk to him.
I'll tell him.
And you are part of a new show. You're kind of newish to it. I mean, I don't know how long you've been. What you've been there for? What 2 months on End of the Realm on the ROC channel?
I want to say it's the end of January, beginning of February.
Okay, so about 5 months now. Okay,
Yeah.
how's that going?
Really good. So I mean, it's a great group of guys. I was keeping the chair warm while just again, life kind of was getting in the way. So kind of keeping that chair warm, filling in for the fatted or fat guy with the beard and a fitted. So I feel that chair. Just I'm not calling you fat. I'm calling myself fat. Kind of fit that role. And then all the guys are great. Chan got added to. I think the pillars, like with Dust and Chris, they're never really going to go away.
No, they won't.
So, and I lived in Jersey for a while, so Dust and I got to spend time together from time to time, and then, Chris obviously sneaker game, so like we're kind of clicking there. So I mean, like it's been a pretty good match, and I feel like. We've added a new portion to the show with some of the higher end collectible stuff and some of the 1/6 stuff and the statues and stuff. So I think it's at least the reception that I've been seeing it's been positive.
Okay. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a mixture of stuff and everything, and it gives the name Rim of Collectors, that name, because it's just not a Transformer. Podcast like Shattercast is. Y'all do touch.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure I listened last week, and you guys were talking about Marvel Legends, and you guys are talking about all kinds of stuff on there now.
Yeah, we're doing. Well, I wasn't on that show, so that's why they did that.
You guys are stepping outside the lines here.
Well, we've done. We're trying to go to a new direction, and everything. We're doing Transformers, but we're also talking about other stuff and everything. So, but it is still mainly a Transformer. God dang, I'm freezing up again. Okay, there it goes. Okay.
Well. You guys are my favorite Star Wars podcast, so.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we don't really talk a lot about Star Wars. I mean, I don't mind to talk about Star Wars. I'm not the biggest. I don't know every nook and cranny of Star Wars and everything like I do. A lot more about Transformers and everything. But I'm always up for talking. Star Wars, Marvel, and everything. I know about it. I just don't know everything about it. So. I'm not like Bubby, I don't know everything. Like I'm sure he'll say he don't know everything either, which he doesn't. But we're just going a new direction, and everything. And I think we're going to be more discussion type and everything. And I think it's gonna, in the long run, it's gonna help, a lot, to further Shattercast for that. So, so what do you? So you have, you're on ETR and Toy Detox. Do you have any plans to do anything else? Or are you? Dipping anything else like that?
I feel like that's a lot, man.
It is. It really is.
As it is, I don't know if I could fit another show in there. Okay. I'm always open, like when other people reach out and like yourself, or I've been on the Breaking the Mold and some of these other shows. Like I'm always happy to join in and talk with people. I mean, I think we all like to kind of indulge in this nerdum culture.
Oh yeah, interaction. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, me as a staple on another thing, I don't think that'll happen.
Okay, well that's fine. You got a family, you got a big family, and everything you got to take care of, and everything. Yeah. Well, that's understandable. So, this is part where I asked about the last stuff. So, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Like I always say, everything. So, if you could have one last meal, what would that meal be?
Oh, probably my wife's homemade pasta.
Ooh, really? Now, what kind of sauce?
She does it's like a white cream sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a fettuccine. It's not like an Alfredo sauce. Like it's got Parmesan in it, but it's a cream sauce. Like she literally like makes the noodles, makes the sauce. She put a little like pancetta in there, some peas, sometimes asparagus. She'll do homemade bread. It's fantastic.
Nice.
I wore a much smaller man's clothes before I got married.
Dude, I was skinny too before I got married. Believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe, but I was a little skinnier than I was. But man, once you get married, you just like, I guess you kind of settle. You're just like, do I want to go work out? I don't want to. So I understand that, man.
Yeah, and my wife likes to remind me of that because she goes out and does marathons and half marathons, and
she's like, man,
she's like, what's your excuse?
I know, lazy.
Yeah.
She's like, if you pass away, I'll still look good. I will.
And I'll have all your money. Yeah, I know, dear. Thank you.
Exactly. Oh my God, it froze up again. It keeps freezing, but I'm still hearing you. So it's got to be the live feed. It has to be. I apologize if when y'all hear
It's
this.
got to be.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it's not me this time. My internet is good. His internet is good. It's the live feed is messing up. I apologize.
When all else fails, blame Google.
Exactly. Hangouts, man. Come on now. Let's see. Who they're asking a question? Elmatic. He said favorite decal company, Toy Hawks. I don't usually buy a lot of decals, so and there's no decals for dolls, so that's fine.
I was gonna say, like, even when I was buying like all the masks, I rarely bought like I think I bought one or two like the full sticker sets, and then after that, I kind of went to just faction symbols. Then I went to water slide faction symbols for a while, and then it just turned into forget it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't buy. I buy the faction symbols, for the the Autobot and Decepticon symbols, but I don't buy any of the sticker sheets anymore. I don't really need them. I don't really they're cool. Some of them look real nice, but really to use all of them, a lot of them just use half of them anyway. So it's
honestly, I think they make MPs look cheap.
Yeah, and we would, and last night we was talking about that and everything. There's not really a lot of third party. I see a lot of people putting stickers on, or Masterpiece because, they already have enough paint on there that you really don't need to add stickers to them. To be honest, I mean they're good for like Chug stuff and Legends, I'm sure, but for Masterpiece, like you said, I think they look kind of gaudy or cheap. You're covering up the paint.
Yeah.
Why do that? There's no point in doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I used to buy them quite frequently, like when I was collecting G1 stuff, and like the stickers were beat up,
exactly.
like clean them up, and like that was fine. But on a MP scale, I think it makes them look cheap.
Yeah, they're perfect. I mentioned that last night too. That the G1 stuff, if you want to restore your G1 stuff, because the stickers, after 30 years are going to look like crap most of the time. You could always add that. That's perfect for that. But for MPs, I think that's the wrong way to go. So, but that's just my opinion. Are you a fan of cereal? And if you are, what's your favorite kind of cereal?
Oh, we love cereal. Hey, dude, have you not listened to the Saturday Morning Detox episode where all we did was talk about cereal and Saturday morning cartoons?
I can't remember. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. That was a good episode. Dust was on that episode, I think. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big cereal guy. Actually, this morning I ate Honey Bunches of Oats with apples in it.
Ooh, look at you, health nut, man. Come on, man.
Dude, that's not healthy. Stop it. Boxed cereal is not healthy for you.
When you said apples, but you had apples in it, so
the apples came in it. It's not like I had to put forth any effort.
They're probably sugar. They're sugar apples, anyways.
Probably. Yeah. Sugar, so. I mean, now like the wife tries to keep it healthy. Cheerios, like there's nothing sugary or delicious.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I like shredded wheats. I like the with the what are they called? Powder cheddar wheat or shredded wheats.
Frosted mini wheats.
Frosted mini wheats.
Yeah, there you go.
Shredder. I don't know why I said shredder, but anyway. So. Turtles, whatever. So what is one of your favorite movies that you could watch, like from you watched at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end? What is something that you can always? What's one of your go-to movies that you love?
Outside of Star Wars, I mean, like
anything.
I mean, Star Wars are one of those ones. Like if I'm flipping through and I catch it on cable, like I'll normally watch it for a while. There's a few others, like depending on the Marvel movies, certain Marvel movies I'll stop. What got me? Die Hard got me the other night. I was just flipping through and Die Hard was on. I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing for the next hour.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if there's any one movie, but I mean, if it's something I like, it'll catch my attention. It'll get me to stop, at least for a while.
Okay, gotcha. Very nice. So, are you? Do you like going to concerts? And what was your first concert you ever went to?
Yeah, man, I've been to tons and tons and tons of concerts.
Do you remember your first?
That one's kind of embarrassing. You want to get deep here?
That's fine. If it was Spice Girls, that's fine.
It wasn't Spice Girls. So I actually won tickets off a radio station when I was young, man. I had to be in junior high. But it was to Kenny G and Tony Braxton.
Nice. That is a great concert, dude.
Oh, it was.
First of all, how did you enter? How did you mean you
No,
won
it
them?
was it was a question, and it was about the movie Eraser. Do you remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Oh yeah, with Tony Braxton. No, not Tony Braxton.
Halle Berry.
With the Halle Berry, I thought it was Vanessa Williams.
Maybe. We can IMDb later, but there was, I don't even remember what the question was, but like I had just watched it like the night before, so dialed in, and it was one of those things, man. Like, huh?
You called and answered the question.
Yeah, called and I answered the question, and I won.
You
and
went to it? I would have said
huh?
You went to it?
Yeah, I went
Wow.
and I took a friend, and I so Tony Braxton opened, and then like Kenny G came out, and it was just, I think we stayed for like one or two songs, and we're like, all right, we're out of here, because like he's just playing his saxophone.
Yeah, it's not really, he's not singing, it's just he's playing the saxophone, and it's just like, okay, that's fun. Man, I really thought you were going to say like maybe like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or maybe New Kids on the Block.
I was never a boy band guy, man.
I don't think anybody was really. I think unless you're a little teenage girl, you're really not a boy band.
No, like that was probably my first legit concert.
Wow, that's good. That's awesome, man.
That's funny.
So, moving on. So, if you had to stop collecting right now, would you be satisfied with your collection you have? And if you started collecting again, would you collect a different way? We'll get into that. You've changed your collection. We'll get to that after this. But
actually, I think the only thing that would bother me, so I bought one of the Royal Guards the other day just to like check it out, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to. I don't know if you can see in the bright red. It would probably bother me because I only ordered one at the time, and now I'm like, all right, I got to order the second one now. So that would probably bother me if just that shelf. I think everything else I'd be okay.
That's just your LCD kicking in. That's all.
It is 100%.
So now, would you collect a different way if you started up again?
Or
would you collect like this? Would you do it the same way?
I think I would stay the same way. I think if I did start over, if I didn't have any of the Hot Toys, I'd probably, I hate to say it, man, but I'd probably jump straight to statues.
Really?
Like there's so many good looking statues coming out right now. It seems like every week or every 2 weeks, like when I'm featuring stuff, like like did you see that Batman statue that's coming out that's got all the villains on it?
Oh yeah.
So I was like, man, I think I want this. I'm like, all right, I'll talk to my wife when I get home. I got home, I pulled it up, all the pre-orders were gone already.
Oh, I imagine. Like, yeah. How much was it?
Dude, it was $3,500.
Cheapest.
Yeah, and all the pre-orders were gone. I was like, oh, all right, never mind.
That's a statue that you just put into your your collect. It's a stopping thing. When people walk in, be like, oh my god, look at that. That could be the end of all end statues if you're a DC fan, I think.
Yeah,
or a Batman fan at least.
It was funny. She was like, if you buy that, where are you going to put it? And I'm like, wherever I want. Like
it's going in my bathroom.
It's going on the living room coffee table.
I got a Starscream one coming, and
I heard, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. But it's not, it's a $300. It's not, or $400 one. It's not one of those big and everything. But it's
look, man. It's a baby step.
Yeah, but he's like, man, I'm so excited for you. I think he's more excited for me for it than me. I mean, he's really like, I can't wait for you to get that. I'm just like, I know, I'm really excited. So I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna buy a
I thought that's why you're clearing out space there.
Well, no, that's not. No, the reason I cleared out because I don't want the sun hitting it. I'm gonna put it like right here where this bookcase is probably. I'm gonna move that over to there and everything. So I gotta find a nice something, a case or something that I can put it in.
You need to get like a museum case, man, like a pedestal case.
Yeah, I've been looking online. There's a couple. There's some nice ones that are pretty decent. Like Slideshow makes a couple of them like that and everything. So I may be leaning towards that. I don't know yet, so we'll see. But so you would lean towards statue. So, and it brings up a good point. Is so you were a big, not I won't say a big, but you were a Transformer collector for a long time, for a while, and you decided all at once, or not at once, but really all at once, you sold your collection or tried to. And move on to Star Wars Hot Toys. So, why did you do that?
At that point, so it's been over a year. I want to say I started in January of last year.
Okay.
And I would say most of it was gone probably within the first 30 days.
Yeah.
There was like a couple of stragglers that went. I just I had this love-hate relationship with Transformers, man. Like my memories of Transformers are a lot better than I think the actual Transformers. So like even going back, like I have fond memories, like Saturday mornings, like with my brothers and one cousin in particular, like watching the show, getting out all the toys, like having a lot of fun. But now like I go back and I try to watch the G1 cartoons, and it's tough, man. Some of those episodes are tough to get through.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But I think I fell in love with like the collecting side of it, and it was just like the constant newness, and like that was fun for a while, and then seeing everything coming out, and like I think my problem is like when I started off with Transformers, like I didn't have a gateway drug, like I went straight to like meth. Like there was no transition, man. Like I was all in, and like and it was hardcore, and like I was literally, I think at the time I sold it, when I started piecing things out, like I had pretty much the quote best representation of every character between Takara and third party. Like I had a lot, man, like tons, and I kind of started falling out of love. Like it became more and more of a chore. Like myself, when a box did show up, I wasn't that excited for it. I opened it up. Like I like collecting became an obligation. It wasn't something that I did for enjoyment. Like it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I'm going to get them all. I'm going to get to the finish line, and then what?
Yeah.
And I didn't have an answer, and I was getting less enjoyment out of them. Like literally the box would come in, I'd open it up. If it was already in robot mode, I would pose it and it would go right on the shelf. And I found myself doing that more and more and more. Boxes would stay unopened longer and longer and longer. And it became to a point like, especially when I decided to sell them, my wife is like, "Are you okay?" Like she was like seriously concerned. Like multiple times she asked me, and she's like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Are you okay? Like, is there something I need to know?" Like, and I'm like, "I'm fine, I promise." And just kind of between that and then I was getting sick of the constant swapping of figures. You'd buy a figure and then like a newer one would come out, and it wasn't obligated to get it. Like I didn't always swap them out, but like if it was like legitimately better, like I felt like I had to. So I was getting tired of that, and then when you couple that with just parts of the fandom itself, is obviously very, very toxic. And I got a really good reminder of that over the last, say, 7 to 10 days with that Motormaster fiasco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's just the anti-KO stuff. Believe it or not, I got a lot of pushback from people about that because I think it was very clear I was very anti-KO in a lot of things.
Yeah.
So just dealing with it, and then just a growing acceptance of KOs, like it would drive me insane. And it's just like, oh, I'll wait for the KO. Like not even when the figure came out, like when the first pictures would come out, like of a Takara product, they're like, I'll wait till the KO.
Yeah.
And then the constant justification of people saying, oh, I bought the KO because the KO is better. No, it's not. Not always.
Not always. I mean, it's not, but and that's what really kind of is really stupid. Like we're supposed to accept that you want to buy KOs, but you don't want to accept that the reason why we don't like KOs and everything. So it's kind of like we're supposed to respect your opinion, but you don't respect ours.
Yeah, and look, I know there's some people that are like, oh, I can only afford KOs, like, and just the justification of KOs, like, look, man, like, I'm not saying what you should or shouldn't buy, but maybe you need to have a look in the mirror before you're like, if buying an MP figure is going to break your bank, literally, you probably shouldn't be buying toys.
Exactly. It's not a necessity.
100% not. And I get that it's escapism. Like I get that too, but like, priorities, man, responsibilities. so just like between that and then I always feel like Transformer fans are just like in a constant state of arguing. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like Transformer fans cannot be happy.
That is true. We are spoiled. We are
And it doesn't matter what you get. And it's funny, man, like these people, I watched you guys a little bit last night, and I think one of you guys referred to it as tribalism, and I think that's part of it, but at the same time, like I think there's a lot of virtue signaling in the Transformer community where it's like they plant that flag and it's like, no, I'm right. My opinion is right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm better than you are. It's what they're saying. My choice is better than your choice. And, this whole Menacer thing, I find it quite humorous, actually. And now seeing it and just all the arguing and just like people immediately going to attack this figure when I'm guessing the large majority of them don't have it. And I'll tell you right now, I had a hard time tracking one down, but I have one coming.
What? No.
Here's the deal. I want to check it out. I want to see it. I've seen some reviews. I want to put my hands on this thing, and I'm 99% that I'm gonna sell it. But I need to see what all this hype. And I mean, and if you think about it, this is really the first figure in like almost a year and a half that has made me even want to consider buying one.
Well, then I'm not pushing for you because it's what you want to collect, but do the Fans Toy stuff, man. I think a lot of people think if you go the Fans Toys route and some of the Takara, in which you had Takara already, but
I had every Fans Toy at the point. I had everyone until when I sold off the collection.
You need to come back over to the good side, man. I'm just saying, no. And talking about, you were talking about, how you were always having to upgrade. I guess, like if, X-Transboss or DX9 put something out and the Fans Toys put out, you always had to get the Fans Toys one, to, I guess, upgrade, what you want to call it. Isn't Star Wars Hot Toys the same way, though? I mean, you're getting the same ones of different, you're getting the same Luke, but a little different because he comes with something like a different kind of pair of pants or something, or or something like that, or a different sword, or whatever.
A lightsaber, Matt.
Sword, but
no, I mean it's
always not like that.
It's different, right? So
okay.
So they go movie to movie, so they look different throughout each movie. So like, I'm okay. I mean, how many Lukes do I have right now? 1, 2, 3.
I'll say 3,
4, 5, 6. So Stormtrooper, Episode 4, 6, 2 Bespin, and Old Man Luke. Okay. But like they're all different. So and like long term, what I would like to do, I'm gonna get rid of these Billies, but I gotta decide what I'm gonna do case wise. But I'm gonna display them by movie. So like you're gonna want multiple Lukes to go with each movie. You're gonna want multiple Leias, Hans, etc. So
I understand. I mean, so where are you leaning towards, like as far as your display? What do you think you're gonna do with them?
I keep looking at these trophy cases, man. They keep kind of calling me back. The ones I'm looking at, I didn't want to get them because I knew I was moving. Now that I moved, we're settled. I'm looking at these, like they're like trophy cases. There's like 7 feet tall, and I think they're about 5 feet wide. They're double swing glass doors. They come pre-lit. There's no base though, so like the bottom shelf is the bottom shelf. So they're a little different than like what Lenny's got, but they're kind of in that same genre.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'd be nice. Good. I mean, I'd be excited to see that. Nice.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive. But.
Oh well, yeah, they should be. I mean, if you want to display them, I mean, they should. They should be. Just put it that way and everything. So that's cool. So then that's good about your display and everything. So let me ask you this. So if you got $1,000 sent to you, would you be responsible and pay bills, or would you buy Hot Toys?
If I had $1,000.
Yeah, if somebody just gave you $1,000 and no taxes and nothing on it, what would you do with that?
I mean, my bills are paid, man.
Then I guess it's Hot Toys then.
Yeah, like I mean, my bills are paid. Like, yeah. I mean, if I want to be responsible, I mean, I guess I could save it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to buy my wife a new car here soon. So I mean, I guess I could be responsible and save it for that. Or if I want to be selfish, like there's a couple of things that are out of print that didn't get a lot of pre-orders. That's the other thing with the Hot Toys, man. Like some of them go for some stupid money. But like the Shore Trooper and the Death Trooper from Rogue One, like the pair of those would probably be about $1,000.
There you go.
So yeah, if I wanted to be selfish, I'd probably buy one of each of those.
Sorry, honey, you can't get a car. I gotta get these troopers. It's okay. So let me ask you, how do you say? Okay, and I asked this question to other people, and this was brought up with my wife and everything, and she got a like something like a caramel, like a kind of dessert and everything. So do you say caramel or caramel?
Ooh, so kind of funny. I grew up saying caramel.
Me too.
But after being on the East Coast for a while, everybody says caramel.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, like salted caramel. It's not salted caramel. It's salted caramel. So I find myself saying caramel more now.
Okay. So is it like a territory thing kind of thing? So I guess in the South, I guess we say caramel, because I always say caramel, and but I take that back. She said caramel too. So I don't know.
Well, do you call it soda or a pop?
Soda. I call it soda.
See, soda out here where I grew up, they'd call it pop. Like, hey man, do you want a pop?
Okay. Well, I bring that to maybe like an older generation doing that. Like, my grandpa would say pop, everything. I say soda. I don't. If I say anything, it'll be soda. So I don't know if it's a kind of a Southern thing or Eastern, East Coast thing or West Coast thing. But I always, when she said caramel, I was like, why do you say caramel? And I was like, it's caramel. She's like, no, I just say no. She's like, I say caramel. I'm like, weirdo. Whatever. It's women. All that good stuff. But anyway,
I don't care what you call it. Just put it on me.
Oh Lord, yeah, that's true. I'll put it on my nipples. It's all right. It's dude. So I don't have any more questions for this guy. Anybody else got any questions? I am sorry. Hopefully it's gotten a little better. The live feed has gotten. Believe me, this time it was not my fault. It wasn't his fault either, Tyler's. It was the live feed was kind of lagging and everything. I apologize for that. Do y'all have any questions for this guy before I ask my final one, which everybody knows what I ask is, and I guess I don't know which one. Where do you see Toy Detox and ETR in 5 years?
That's your question?
That's my final question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Toy Detox would probably move from a quarterly show to a yearly show. So you might get 2 a year instead of 4. ETR, man, I think it'll still be going strong. Like there may be some new cast members, or it might continue to evolve, but just the momentum that show has, and then really just the whole Realm of Collectors group and the Rock in general has going. Like I don't see it slowing down, man. I think it's going to continue to grow and get bigger.
Right. Harvey Dent said, "When is the mud wrestling match between us?"
Hey, tell Dan as soon as he brings over the pool and the money, we can make it happen.
Exactly. Now, are you going to? I know you're not a big Transformer fan, but you are going to get Motor Master, and I think that's going to open up a little more Transformers. So I'm just saying, I'm hoping I got everything. Are you going to TFCon this year?
I got to see when is it? Is it October again?
Yeah, I think I want to say the last weekend of October.
Last weekend?
Yep. It's in Reston though. It's not, it's still a good drive for you, I think, but it's
still probably like 8 or 9 hours from here.
That's an 8 hour night. Wow, really?
Yeah, man, I'm way up here.
Yeah, you are. Okay, but you still can make it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's I like put it this way: if I'm gonna go, it's for the people, it's for the community. It's not for the toys.
Exactly.
Unless Haney starts carrying hot toys.
You need to talk to him. He might.
Like all jokes aside, we've had a conversation about it.
Yeah, and that's good. I think he should. I think he should expand his little story and everything. But I know, yeah, the whole TFCon, yeah, that's to get the toys, you can get the toys anytime you want to. That's the only. I think mainly a lot of people, especially in the realm, the hardcore realm collectors and everything, go just to see people. It's not because of the toys and everything. That's beside everything. But has anybody got any questions for this guy? I don't have any more. I mean, I had a couple. but they're all Transformer questions. So he really would, why are you asking me this crap, and everything. So let me ask you this: do you have any Hot Toys coming in that you're looking forward to?
My pre-order list is long right now.
Long and strong.
Yeah, it is long and strong. Hopefully, the episode 3 Obi-Wan, it should be hitting. It's out in Hong Kong. I'm just waiting for it to ship. Yeah, got the deluxe version with the little baby Luke, and the. It's funny, man. So I showed because it's funny, man. My wife didn't give two craps about Transformers.
Yeah.
But this Hot Toy thing, man, she's definitely more involved. And granted,
really?
she likes Star Wars a lot more than Transformers.
Okay.
I've actually when I've been on the fence about, I'm like, should I get this one or this one? And she'll be like, get that one. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's good.
Yeah, so I feel like she's participating in my hobby more.
Does she collect anything? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up, but does she collect anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing. But I got the Luke because I wanted it comes with the holocron kind of things where you can see Anakin like kneeling to the Emperor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the deluxe comes with that. So I was like, oh, I gotta get this one. So then I'm showing it to her, and this is like, I think I put the thing on pre-order like over a year ago, like when the pre-orders first went up for it.
Yeah.
And I showed it to her the other day, and she likes to poke fun, but she's like, "So your dolls are coming with baby dolls now?" I'm like,
I like her already, man. She's like,
yeah.
Did she say everything about the combing the hair or changing the clothes and everything? Do you? Let me ask you this. Okay, when you are sitting there, if you ever do the switch out of clothes and everything, do you ever think to yourself, what am I doing? Am I changing my doll?
Actually, the only one I have that's got like a lot of interchangeable stuff is the Jyn Erso.
Okay.
I got the deluxe one where she kind of comes with like the poncho and a different hat, but you got to like take the vest off and take. The first time I did it, I'm like, the thought went through my head. I'm like, I'm glad there's nobody here to see me do it.
I'm looking around like.
So, but it's fine, man. Like once you get over, we just have these like preconceived notions of what masculinity is and what it means to be a collector. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Is it any different than people collecting my Little Ponies? Yeah, probably. But
as long as you're having fun, man. That's all that matters.
They both come with little pink brushes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I poke fun and everything because y'all are always poking fun of Transformers on ETR. You need to slow down on that. No. About Transformers, man. Come on now. But do you ever iron your vest or anything or all that stuff?
They're dry clean only.
Are they? Okay.
And they come on.
If I ever catch you ironing your little vest and everything, I'm done with you, man. I'm done. I'll wipe myself clean. I'm like, yep, I'm good now. I don't need to know this guy.
I've never ironed anything. I've seen people people go to some lengths, man. I've seen people like steam stuff to like get wrinkles out.
Oh my.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's your collection. You want it to look the best you can, right?
I guess if you want to say that, I'm gonna whatever. Now you said and talking about the fandom and everything. Is it not as toxic? Is Star Wars fans not toxic either? I mean, there's
Star Wars fans, yes. Star Wars Hot Toys collectors,
not so much.
Like I don't really see a lot of divisiveness in the 1/6 group. Like sometimes, like you'll see debates, like when a new, like every time there's a new Marvel movie, you know what I mean? Like there's another new Captain America or another new Iron Man. So people kind of have to have their favorites, but like it's not pissing and moaning and groping like what the Transformer fandom is.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good.
But I mean, part of that is, you could argue like there is third party in 1/6 community. Like there's people that do full blown customs or they do have like upgrades. Like I'm looking at getting a replacement head for my episode 6 Luke, so he has the windswept hair.
Stop it.
Am I making you uncomfortable, man?
Just like,
how come you're blushing?
It flows in the wind. It's like, stop it.
Well, it's that scene Well,
No, I know. I
So-
understand, and that's fine. You want the best representation of what you know your collection. I think that's fine. And
Yeah.
new head sculpts are cool. I mean, I love new head sculpts for Transformers. You know, it's always some of them come with such a bland kind of expression, and then you want also like with Motor Master. I'll just use him. He comes with one face and then another one like screaming. So that's cool. I love a switch out. Face. That's cool to get.
Have you opened yours yet?
I have not. I have it over here. I have to. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing. I do my reviews. I open stuff on reviews, so I haven't got a chance to review it yet.
Can we get a live unboxing right now?
No, I'm not opening it.
Oh, Matt's greedy for those views, man.
Oh heck yeah, man! I got to because I'm not getting a lot. I gotta get what I can get, man. So I just haven't had a chance to look at it and everything. But I've seen. I watched Bobby's review. I've seen. Some other people's reviews. It looks really nice. Robert, he showed me pictures of it and everything. It looks beautiful. I'm really excited to get to it and everything. So I'll get to it soon, hopefully. So,
man, as soon as I heard that trailer is like all one piece, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I mean,
so like that's really why I'm like, I got to see this. I got to do it once in my hand, and then I'll throw it in the cafe. But like,
dude, I would wait. You know what? I tell you, to be honest, I would wait. Now, I wouldn't put it up on the cafe right now. I would wait because I'm more likely it's gonna sell out, and I guarantee you probably get more money for it later on if you.
Oh, I guarantee. Like I had people offering me crazy amounts, like when I was selling my Fans Toy stuff.
Oh yeah,
that was the only thing that went up in value.
Yeah, that's true. I mean the Insecticons. I mean you can get a pretty penny. I mean there's a lot of the new Reflector, their Spotter, I think it was called.
Yep.
He's going for a lot of money. Galvatron, all the Fans Toy stuff is you got to hit on it. If you don't get it, you're going to be paying a premium price later on. So I would wait if you don't want to keep it. I would definitely wait. So are you not interested in the Limbots at all?
Not really. I mean, Motor Master's cool. I mean, he was never my favorite combiner. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't really plan. I'm sure somebody will be, after hearing this or hearing me talk about it other places, I'm sure somebody will be like, hey, man, when you're done with it, I'll be happy to take it off your hands.
Oh, yeah. People can hit him up. And speaking of hitting up, and I want to thank everybody who came in. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. It was not my fault this time. It was the live feed. Where can everybody find you at?
Yeah, so every Monday night on Enter the Realm, you can find me on your favorite quarterly podcast, Toy Detox. You can find me on the Facebook groups under my name, Tyler Lee, and on Instagram under Tyler the Collector.
Yeah, and dude, thank you so much. I had a wonderful time, man. It wasn't even talking about Transformers a lot. We did talk about Transformers, but it was fun catching up and everything, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule because I've been wanting to get you on for a long time, but you always blew me off because
Stop it! I didn't blow you off. The moons didn't align. They aligned today, and what is today, Matt?
It's 4th. It's May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you. Oh my God! It was perfect. It was
what
like
are you
it was
doing
meant
to celebrate?
To be.
What are you doing to celebrate other than coming on my little show? What are you doing to celebrate?
Dude, how can I top this? Are you kidding me?
That is true. That is so true. But are you going to watch Star Wars?
And it's free. And it's free comic book day today, man.
Did you go? I didn't go. I
haven't gone yet.
Sucks, man.
Actually, I was thinking about going. Like Pinkerton gave my kid a box of Star Wars comics.
Oh.
And they have like the Vader ones. He's missing a couple of Vader ones. And in my head, I was like, man, I should go see if I can find those Vader books for him today. And then I was like, oh wait, it's free comic book day. Never mind.
Like
I'm not gonna deal with the lightweights.
I may go up there. I don't know. My comic store is kind of hit miss. There's some good ones in Little Rock, but I really don't want to drive to Little Rock right now. I may go back. I may go to our local SCS, whatever, and see if they have anything. But I don't read comics very much anymore. I haven't. I've just been out of it. I used to have like 4 long boxes. I was really big into it, like the mid 2000s, but I just haven't kept up with it in a long time. I don't even know where to begin, to even where to start. That's how long it's been. So, yeah. So anyway, dude, like I said, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We need to do this again. I would love to have you on. Hopefully next time will be better technical, whatever that stuff. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Even the guy that gave a thumbs down. Thank you so much for watching. I love you.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. I love you. Even if you don't like us, I still love you, man. That's all that matters. And I thank you very much for coming in. I'm sorry once again for the technical stuff. It's going to be laggy. I I apologize. But hopefully you like this. Go down and hit that like button, all that wonderful stuff. Go down there and sub for me. And I guess I will see you on the next Around 30. And as always, hail Hasbro, and good night, folks.
Yeah.